Good Sunday afternoon. Just got back from Fast Tracks for their Trucks Gone Wild event. It was absolutely spectacular. I'll throw a few pictures in here of what I got. I wish I could have got more, but I was just too busy watching and observing and riding. And I actually rode in one of the mega trucks. They're a blast and a half. If you ever get the chance, definitely recommend you do it. But today, my Partzilla parts, well, I guess yesterday they came in. So my Partzilla parts for the front drive shaft, as well as decals, are finally in for Otis the Outlander. But there's another problem. We'll talk about that here in a second. Welcome to Town Creek ATV. So this might be my first ever real, honest to goodness, completely unopened unboxing on YouTube ever, because usually I don't have the patience for it. But this is the Partzilla box. So I love Partzilla because their packaging is always spectacular. Spectacular packaging. So, don't need that. Two U-joints. So that will be a different video because I'm not even entirely sure I'm going to do it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it's too difficult. It's because the drive shaft's that long. But we'll see. That's going to be a different video. Got the decals in. I already opened this because I wasn't sure what it was. It came in a weird... a package I wasn't... It was like a return department. So it was a package I wasn't really sure about. So I already opened the decals. Let's see what they are. So... I won't need these because I got the honest to goodness BRP decals, the actual thick ones that have some girth to them. So maybe I'll do a giveaway on these. We'll see. Check the description here. I'll figure out how to do a giveaway for these BRP white cutout decals. You can use it for your truck or whatever. So here are the Outlander, honest to goodness Outlander decals. So we got that. And of course the Can-Am decals for the front. So, actually I think the Can-Ams, I gotta double check a picture and make sure, but I believe the Can-Am decals go on the back of the machine and the Outlander goes in the front. So, I'll double check a picture here in a second. So, I got my decals and I got my new factory Can-Am, yep, smells like Can-Am, factory Can-Am filter. This was only about $20 or $10 more than going with an aftermarket. So I just figured, you know, I mean, look at that. Top quality. It's even greased up. So I just figured for $10 more, I'll go with factory filter. Maybe if I ever snorkel or something like that, I'll go with the K&N or something. But for now, I don't even know if I really want to run snorkels because they already eject right up at the instrument cluster. So what we're going to do now is I'll go ahead. Let's get to verifying where the decals go, and then I'll get to putting them on. So I verified I was right the second time. The Can-Am goes on the back fender and the Outlander goes on the front, which makes more sense because you have more room back there for bigger letters versus the front for smaller. So we're going to start out with the front. Now how I'm going to do this, some of you won't agree with, and that's fine. I'm going to get some brake clean, make sure, and I already washed this morning, but I'm going to get some brake clean and make sure I get the surface nice and clean, and we'll get the front decal on to start with. I'll try and get it lined up with this body line. One down. 3 to go. I don't hate it. Okay. Okay, no, we're fine. We're out of the way. Okay. What do you guys think? I think that'll work, right? I think that'll do. Yeah. Okay. No, that'll work. So, I mean, it's probably not factory position, but all right, let's get it cleaned and installed. I can actually see where it used to be, and it did used to run back here, so we're good. Yeah, I can kind of see the AM right here. You won't be able to see it on camera, but there's an AM right here. So that's what I'm gonna do, is try to put my M kind of in line with this weld right here. I'll tell you what, guys, for Otis being on 28-inch all-terrains, I put it through some sticky stuff that it probably shouldn't have made it through. And low range in this thing is very, 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 very low range. It crawled right through pretty much every obstacle I threw at it. Now, obviously, I didn't go playing in the big holes where the big boys were playing, because people were getting stuck in there left and right. And between myself, my buddy on his Grizzly, and my General, I just didn't want to play that hard, because this weekend was more about trucks gone wild than actually riding. Okay. Now I can use that weld as a point on that side to make sure I get it kind of in the same position. Perfect. So let's wash. I'm going to back the machine out, turn around, we'll do the other side. All right, so we're just going to wash, rinse, and repeat on this side. Obviously, I'm not going to explain it because I just did on that side. So okay, here we go. What do you guys think? Does it make a difference? Was it worth it? Was it worth the $10? I think so. But I'm curious. What do you guys think? Make a difference? I mean, you know, for $10, I'm not mad about it. So let's get this filter changed out. Here's what it looks like, is it was dusty this weekend. Okay, so not too bad. Probably keep it as a spare. It's not terrible. Factory replacement. I definitely should get one of those new gaskets for this. One of the rubber ones they came out with that's supposed to keep water out. Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. Okay, that's done. So I'm curious how many of you guys have issues with these gauge clusters, the clips right here that hold these things down just get weak and don't hold them. Well, I'll show you kind of how I did it, but I took a drill bit, wherever I put it. Oh, right there. I don't know what size that is, but it's about the same size as the fasteners I have. So I took a drill bit. Right here, I drilled a good hole, wallered it out a little bit, and I took that fastener and just plugged it in there. Now, behind this is nothing. You ain't got nothing here, right? Except the snorkels that come up right here. That's all you gotta be concerned about. But you could totally run a drill bit in, get some of these push fasteners, and that will pretty rigidly hold it down. So, got that fixed, very factory. So there's that option. Now, next little update I want to do is I like the exhaust. I mean, I like it like it is, but I don't like the turn down. I'd really rather just be angled like this off the back. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Let's take my Sawzall, chop it, hit with a little black spray paint. Is it redneck? Is it? Yeah, it is. Bushings, they are just missing, so that's a thing. There we go. What I meant to tell you guys, ran into a bit of a snag at Fast Tracks. It was about 85, 86 degrees. We were riding kind of slow, not really carrying any speed, and I got a high temp limp home mode warning. So of course, first thing I do, shove my hands right in the danger zone. And I felt the fan is very stiff. And then all of a sudden, it loosened up and it started turning. So what I need to do is pull the rad relocate off, or at least the top part, get down that fan, see if it's just old in the bearing shot, or if there's something in it, or if we can grease it up, lube it up, and maybe that takes care of it. So let's go ahead and get the cover off and take a look at it. Now with that off, I have much better access to the fan, and it still feels very stiff. And I don't know if you can see that on video, but it's got quite a bit of play in the bearing. So I'd about guarantee you that that bearing, yeah, it's stiff. I might could grease it up. I mean, it did run. It did work it worked every once in a while. But I mean, realistically, I'll probably just check on Amazon or Partzilla or something, or maybe they make an aftermarket one specifically for the rad relocates, and see if there's a better option I can get for it. So that's something you guys can always check if you have a rad relocate. Just kind of shove your hands up under, in the danger zone there where it's really stinking hot, and just see if your fan feels free. Like this one just freed up a little bit, so I might just hit it with some PV. It's got a rough spot in it. So I have to hit with something and see if it frees up, and if I get that error again, I'll know I gotta buy a fan. So there's that. So I just took Otis for a ride. The fan repair, write that down as a little trail fix. PB, right, gotta have the straw. Gotta have the straw. PB right to the bearing on the fan. As long as it still has some movement and your connection is good, if that fan can move, 9 times out of 10, if you PB it, it'll probably wear down whatever pitting is on that bearing, and you'll have movement. So, trail fix. Also, the exhaust, I don't think it's louder, but it comes right out behind your head now instead of coming out on the ground. So maybe it just sounds louder because it's right there versus coming out on the ground. I don't think it actually made that much of a difference. Didn't change the drivability. Still runs just fine. Still will do 50 miles an hour. So there you go, guys. So there's a trail fix for you. And if you want to, you can do that as well. So cool. So anyway, guys, you guys are blowing up the last 2 videos, and I seriously appreciate it. There's no comments. What's up with that? Guys, comment. I read them. I'll reply. If your comments anything remotely interesting, I'll reply to it. So even if you just say, rock on, dude, that's cool. I'll reply to it. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Nice and short, sweet, to the point. Have the headlights here soon. Maybe a new fan. Stay tuned, because I'm probably going to do a lift kit because the suspension's way too soft. I don't want to change shocks. I don't care. I'm just going to do a bracket lift and try to find some 30 or 32 inch. I got a buddy that is asking me, begging me to let him do a gear reduction on a Can-Am. Maybe we'll do it. So, peace.